Hello student, good morning. To continue the next period, composition of plasma membrane. Composition of the plasma membrane and functions of plasma membrane. The plasma membranes of most cell composed mainly of following constituents. These are as follows: carbohydrates, lipids, proteins and enzymes. These are the composition of plasma membrane: carbohydrates, lipids, proteins and enzymes. Number 1, carbohydrates. Bell scientist have described in 1962 has suggested the presence of carbohydrates in the plasma membrane. The plasma membrane of erythrocytes and liver cells has been found to contain 5% carbohydrates. The most common carbohydrates are the hexosamine, fucose, and celiac acid. The celiac acid occurs in the form of gangliosides or glycolipids. Lapertina in 1967 has detected gangliosides in the plasma membranes of nerve endings. Second, lipids. This is the composition of plasma membrane: carbohydrates, lipids, proteins and enzymes. Lipids. The plasma membrane contains about 20 to 40% of lipids. 20 to 40% of lipids in the plasma membrane. The main constituent lipids are the phospholipids such as lecithin, cephalin and sphingomyelin. Other lipids are cholesterol and galactolipids. The lipids chemically composed of a variety of fatty acids. For instance, the plasma membrane of erythrocytes of mammals has been found to contain many fatty acids such as plasmatic, stearic, oleic, linoleic and arachidonic acids. All these the acids. Third composition, that is proteins in the plasma membrane. The proteins form the main bulk of the plasma membrane. The plasma membrane of erythrocytes contains 60 to 80% proteins. 60 to 80% proteins in plasma membrane. Major part of proteins. The proteins of erythrocytes plasma membrane have high molecular weight and have been named as lectins by Mazzia and Ruby in 1968 because these proteins resemble with the protein actin of muscle cells and actin-like protein of microtubules. The common constituent amino acids of these proteins are arginine, lysine, histidine, tyrosine, tryptophan, methionine and cysteine, but the kind of the protein may vary from cell to cell and from animal to animal. All these the amino acids. Fourth is enzymes, composition of plasma membrane. Enzymes. About 30 enzymes have been reported. 30 enzymes have been reported from the isolated plasma membrane. 30 enzymes have been reported from the isolated plasma membrane. Some important enzymes of plasma membrane are 5 nucleotides: magnesium plus ATPase, sodium potassium activated, magnesium plus ATPase, alkaline phosphatase, acid phosphomonoesterase, and RNase. Thus, according to some workers, the plasma membrane is an independent organelle. According to some workers, have decided the plasma membrane is an independent organelle and it enlarges with cell growth autonomously. And accordingly to many workers, the plasma membrane is originated by self assembly of its component chemical molecules. Thus, small complexes of membrane are organized in the cytoplasm and are inserted as blocks into the pre-existing membrane. Next, functions of plasma membrane. Functions of plasma membrane. Which are the functions of plasma membrane? The plasma membranes acts as a thin barrier which separates the intracellular fluid or the cytoplasm from the extracellular fluid in which the cell lives functionally. The plasma membranes is the most multinational part of cell. Its various functions are as follows. It provides mechanical support. And maintains the shape and integrity of the cell. Mechanical support and maintains the shape and integrity of the cell as an autonomous unit's mass of the protoplasm. Protoplasm means cell. Second, it prevents the cell substances from flowing away and protects it from external shock and invasion. Third function, it prevents free mixing of the life substance with the non-living fluid of external environment of the cell. Cells have to bring about changes in their metabolism to counteract changes in their environments in formation of changes in the external environment. Each reach the cells through receptor components, protein molecules of the cell membrane. In multicellular organisms, the membrane allows cells to recognize each other, to adhere with each other when required, and to exchange the material one cell to another cell, material or intermissions, all to facilitate a harmonious life of the whole body. 6 number, the cells have to secrete or ingest large mole macromolecules by exocytosis and endocytosis. Respectively. In exocytosis, secretory and transport vesicles role as the cells of pancreas, notochord and brain. Exocytosis secretory and transport vesicles fuse with plasma membrane to release their contents into extracellular medium. In endocytosis, the plasma membrane invaginated to transport external materials into the cell. 7 number function. Being a flexible, the plasma membrane is involved. Being a flexible, plasma membrane is involved in cell movement and growth in nerve cells. It conducts impulses. 8 number. The membranes regenerates very fast so that there is hardly and loss of the cells organization after an injury. 9th number. Plasma membranes performs physiological functions which are as follows. Permeability, physiological functions plasma membrane performs. Impermeable plasma membrane, semi-permeable, selective permeable, dialysing plasma membrane, osmosis, diffusion and active transport. This is the composition of plasma membrane and functions of the plasma membrane. Okay, thank you. We will see on next period.